Now, I've written about this issue to you before, but I'm still concerned about the department's decision to cancel the National Evaluation of Career and Technical Education under Perkins. This 5-year evaluation was mandated by law in Perkins 5. It was set to be completed this year as Congress begins our work to reauthorize Perkins. It's time to do Perkins 6 here, reauthorization time. And when you reauthorize, you want to refine, you want to improve, you want to maximize opportunities. We need data to do that. It's better to educate or to legislate based on data, not emotion. So, Madam Secretary, how does the department plan to ensure there's still a national level evaluation infrastructure in place to support evidence-based policymaking in CTE while not losing the nearly 5 years worth of data that's already been collected?
Well, we're going to continue to collect the data that we need to collect, and we want to make sure that the Perkins program is, as we look, I think as Congress, we want to provide to you the best data that is possible. So we have made some changes in some of the educational data collecting that we are doing. I'm not sure, as I sit here at this moment, if that's really pertinent to the Perkins data so much as it was the NAEP scoring and other educational policies. And I'd like to get back to you after I clarify that. Yeah,
that'd be great, and I look forward to working with you because it would cause me concern that on year 6 of collecting that data, we use a different methodology. I mean, we need consistency, right? In terms of data, consistency is important in the statistical collection of data. So, quite frankly, I look forward to working with you because we need to go back and finish the process the way we legislated and the way we did the first 5 years. I think that'll set us up nicely for doing a great Perkins 6 reauthorization. Additionally, the administration's FY 2026 budget proposes reprioritizing CTE grants so that they only support middle and high school students at the district level. However, under current law, states are explicitly granted the flexibility to decide how to best split their CTE resources between secondary and post-secondary systems as post-secondary CTE programs continue to provide valuable pathways for learners of all ages. And these are incredible programs that I take every opportunity to be able to visit those to see the fruits of the legislative work that I did with President Trump under Trump 45. With the modernizing career and technical education for the 21st century. Can you explain why the administration is seeking to limit CTE funds to K-12, despite Perkins law explicitly supporting student transitions beyond high school, including into apprenticeship and other post-secondary pathways? Another area that I look forward to working personally with you on.
Thank you. I'd look forward to that as well. I know the President is certainly, and the budget supports the directive of the President's executive order, preparing Americans for high-paying, skilled jobs, and that's one of the things that we'd like to focus on as well.
That'd be great. The action by the department was kind of contrary to that. Very familiar with that executive
Gentleman's time has expired.
Oh.
I thank the gentleman.
Thank you,
Secretary.
I now recognize the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Harris.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Madam Secretary, for being here and for your patience and endurance throughout this hearing. There's been a lot said about the closing of the Department of Education and the activities that are being ensued. But, Madam Secretary, I want to ask you, is education mentioned in our Constitution?
I don't believe it is in terms of directives or agencies mentioned in the Constitution.
Correct. Our 10th Amendment says that the powers not delegated to the federal government by the Constitution are reserved to who exactly?
States.
The states and the people.
Yes.
And my wife teaches 8th grade U.S. history, and I think even her 8th graders can piece together that if it's not mentioned in the Constitution, it must fall to the states and to the people. Sadly, some of our federal judges need to go back to the 8th grade and have that kind of class. Let me ask you this. Do you think a single district judge should be able to stop the constitutional actions of a president?
Well, I certainly think that is a question now that is before the courts and is being, I think it will be properly adjudicated.
Well, unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. Judge Juan in Boston issued a preliminary injunction to stop several of President Trump's education-related executive orders, including the one directing you to take steps to close the department.